Okay, here we are with Luna, 3-year-old quarter horse filly. As you can see, Luna's been here for during this video. She was here for about 5 weeks by then, and as you can see, she's still bucking around with that saddle pretty good. Luna is going to hopefully be okay one day, but right now she does everything she can to work against you. I've helped her out the best that I know how, and she just needs more time. Why do horses buck with the saddle that's been saddled every day for 5 weeks? I can't honestly tell you. Sometimes I think I can, and sometimes it could be fear related. It could be maybe an accident from the human. But in this case, I do believe it's just hardcore, just don't want to get along with the program, so to speak. So all I can do is keep saddling these things and trying to make the wrong thing difficult and the right thing easy, and just try to figure out a way to get along with them. They just need some of these horses like this, these young horses, they just need a whole lot more time. As you can see, she kind of levels out right here and gets a little bit better. She's got that mutton back too, which is flat back, mutton back, and you can see that saddle pitching up on her withers right there. She just don't have any withers, and it's hard to get a saddle to stay in place. And I've worked her, of course, on the lunge line too, but this particular day I chose just to turn her loose and kind of get a little bit of that stall energy out of her, and also get her mind on me. So like I said, you can see she kind of wanted to start cooperating there a little bit, and she's the same way when you get on her. It's a couple of 3 minutes of really watching for and feeling for her wanting to kind of fly and to start bucking with you. There is no magic potion. There is no button you can push to make it all better. The only thing that really works is time and the guts to do it. So, people can say what they want to about it being something that, that you can horse whisper them into it. I believe in natural horsemanship, and I believe that you can speak to a horse in a way that they understand. But sometimes it is what it is. It's just, some of these things are just not wanting to give up. They don't want to cooperate, and all you can do is hang in there with them until they get better. But if the person that owns them or the person that rides them sometimes can't quite keep it going like this, then that's where my job gets a little bit disheartening, because I worry about the human getting hurt, and it's a big responsibility to send these horses home with them still not where they really need to be. But like I said, it is what it is sometimes, and there's not much else that you can do other than to just keep working them through it with time. So I'm gonna let this video go into the riding portion of it here, and I hope you enjoyed this, and maybe gave you a little bit of something to work with. It's not very educational, but sometimes it ain't always something that you can teach somebody what to do when a horse does this. You just got to play it by ear and do the best you can with it. So God bless you, and hope you enjoy the rest of the video.
Hello and welcome to Mark Noll Horsemanship. I forget I don't have to holler because I got a mic on. Sorry about that. But anyway, here we are with Luna, 3-year-old quarter horse filly. Luna's been a pretty hard little character to start, but I'm not gonna waste much time here. Been riding around in here some. I wanted to show you all the progress with her. You notice I still got her in a rope halter with just one rein. And the reason being is because I'm not worried about anything right now other than going forward. I just won't forward, like right there. I know I stopped her, but I like to go forward. And then I like to teach them that I can also control them. So as I ask her forward right here, I'm just asking her to go somewhere. I don't really care where she goes. If you notice down my barn right there, for those of you who've seen my videos before, I usually got the gates closed, but I got my whole barn open, and I just want her what? Going somewhere. If she wants to go down in there, that's be fine with me. But we're just asking Luna to ride me around in here and just working this horse. I wish that she would go down in there, because it sort of gives me something to work on. Some turning down in there that I can do, some things. But right now, I just tickle that she's going forward. Right here, I'm simply going to do a simple one rein stop on her. Take this rope, hitch it over her head, and get her moving out this way some. And get her riding around this way. Get her what? Moving on her feet. Luna, when you first saddle her and we get on her, she wants to bump around a little bit. But we're just going to talk her out of that today. She's not wanting to now. She's kind of spooking at the rope. But that's good for her. We're just going to move this horse around. Just guiding her around. Like right here, we're going to keep Luna how to give in that nose. She had a real bad problem giving in that nose. And then we're going to drive her back out of there. She had a real bad problem on the ground giving in that nose. We'll drive her forward right here. Drive her forward. Just sit down and ask her to give in that nose. That's why I ain't got a bit in her mouth yet. That's one of the reasons I don't have a bit in her mouth. And another reason is she's got some honker or some wolf teeth. Which honker is a pretty good word for y'all. Some biggins, I should say. And we don't want to cause any bad habits there. So just teaching her to give right there. I'm gonna stay after her right here with my legs and drive her out of there. If she wants to go down in this stall area, like I said, that's fine with me. It just gives me something to work on, because I'll make being down in here not such a good place. And look at there, she chose to come out there. Now I worked on that a while ago, and that's the reason she did that. But right here, I'm gonna send her back the other way. Like I said, Luna has not been the easiest character to deal with. Like right there, she's still wanting to jump around and carry on with that. So let's work on that just a little bit while we're letting her rest and trot a little bit. Just swing this rope. Let's just say, look at here. Get used to this rope being all around your legs, all around your back legs. I'll go over here so we're not so close to the camera. And just really desensitize her. And we'll get her feet moving again here in a minute. I like to flick this rope all over. Who knows? Somebody may want to rope something off of her one day. Let's just see how she does with all this. Now, she is not she's typically the way she broke out and the way I got her started, or the progress I made with her. Let me get it right. Is not typical. Usually I'm a little bit further along with these young horses, but like I said, Luna was a real humdinger. She had a problem with that nose. I don't know if y'all can see, but she's got a raw spot there to where I really had to hone in on, so to speak, and really get her off of this halter, on the ground. I ain't done it on her back. The abrasion on her nose didn't come from redoing it on her back. It was when I was doing groundwork with her. But she was a real peach to get started now. And it wasn't so much bucking and stuff. She'll fly up and want to buck every now and then. Not too bad, but the motion was just give. She just didn't want to give. And sometimes that's a whole lot more dangerous than these horses that are bucking. I mean, you wouldn't believe that, but a resistant horse is not good. So I'm gonna get her feet moving right here again. All I want her to do is pack me around in here and go for a little ride. Just move forward, forward, forward. Ain't much to do in here. I chose to work her in here today instead of my big ring outside because the wind laid down now. At the time when I made the decision, the wind was still up. And there ain't no daredevil like it used to be. These young horses, they're a little bit different in that wind. So I didn't want to get up there and get in a pickle. That's what we call it in Virginia here, is a pickle. I didn't want to get up there and get in a pickle and get in trouble. So all I'm going to do now is walk Luna around with that head down nice and soft, and just ask her to pat me around in here and be a good girl. I'm being a good boy. I don't know why in the world that she wouldn't want to be a good boy. But I just want to touch base on foundation for a moment. I touched base on it on the other Palomino filly that I got trained, that I'm sorting for someone. But this foundation training is so important. It's the root of it. This, what I'm doing right here, is so important. By saying, hey, look, I'm not going to ask a lot out of you, but one thing I am going to really put emphasis on is goal. I want you moving your feet. I don't want to have to always be peddling you. I don't want to have to beg you. And I need you used to me moving around. You know, we sit up here sometimes like a closed-up pocket knife, and we don't allow this horse to really see us up here. You know, we sit between them ears to where they can't see us. You know, if you're that worried about it, then maybe you ought to take up another profession. You know, so get these horses quiet. Forget the bits, forget the spurs, forget all that. Let's just ride these colts around. I don't mean get them dead. I'm not talking about getting them dead. I'm talking about just getting them quiet, getting a good foundation on them. I'm seeing so much of it missing these days. So right here, we're going to bend her right here. Ask her to yield in these hindquarters. Kick that rear end around. Kick that rear end around. I don't want front end. I want rear end. Kick that rear end around. There it comes. There it comes. You can see the peach that she is, the way she likes to shake that old head. And you put a little bit of pressure on that nose. So we'll get her walking around through here. Just walking around, just sort of packing me around. I've done a lot of forwardness with her before we got the video going. And I didn't hide anything by doing that. I just wasn't really in the mood to do a video. And but the more that I got to working her, the more I thought, man, this is a pretty good deal here. She's doing good today. I'd like for the owner to be able to see it, and also you all too. So right here, we're just going to walk her out. I just want her walking nice and relaxed. I want her getting used to this rope being on one side of her, me being on the other. Maybe I'll come in here and slap my chaps there just a little bit. You can see that resistance in her nose still. It wouldn't do much good to put a bridle in her mouth, because if she's resisting a halter the way she is, I like her now. There, right there. I like that, the way she wanted to come around with that. So a pretty good little, ended up being a pretty good little session with Luna. I hope you enjoyed that. It's just probably her 6th or maybe 7th or 8th ride, I'm not quite sure, in her whole life. And so I think we're doing pretty good. So foundation. You must get a good foundation on these things, and it's really what makes a horse. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments or anything, we'll be glad to read over them. I also would like you to, if you're watching this on YouTube, I have a Facebook page as well, but if you're watching this on YouTube, I would really enjoy it and appreciate it if you'd hit the subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. We're trying to build it up a little bit, and with you all's help, I think we can get her done. So I really appreciate you watching. God bless you, and have a good day.